Hello, my name is Charles Ballard, and this is my presentation for a 15-week soccer midfielder training cycle. My athlete is a women's collegiate midfielder. She is 20 years old and has 4 years training experience. Her needs are endurance, strength, and repeated sprint ability, and her goals are to improve strength, power, and match readiness. For performance test, the first test I chose to use is a yo-yo intermittent recovery test on weeks 1, 10, and 15. This procedure involves performing a 2 by 20 meter shuttle sprints with an audio recording like a beep, reaching the end of each 20-meter shuttle sprint before the beep, a 10-second active recovery period where the participants walk or jog 5 meters out and 5 meters back, follows each set of shuttles. The test starts at a slow speed and progressively increases until the participant fails to complete the shuttle within the time limit on 2 consecutive attempts. And this overall, it gives a good definition of where they are conditioning wise. The second test I chose to perform is the counter movement jump, which tests lower body power. The counter movement jump protocol involves standing still, performing a rapid squat, and immediately and explosively jumping vertically as high as possible. And I will do this test weekly. Lastly, I want to perform the Illinois agility test, which obviously tests agility. The Illinois agility test protocol requires participants to start in a prone position, sprint to a line, and then weave through a series of cones arranged in a 10 by 10 by 10 meter by 5 by 5 by 5 rectangle. They must run the course in the specified pattern, sprint back to the start, and the total time is recorded when the finish line is crossed. Proper technique is crucial, and penalties like hitting a cone may require a restart. In phase 1, weeks 1 through 5, we want to build an aerobic base and foundational strength, increase body movement quality, strengthen weak links, and moderate intensity and higher volume. So our structure for weeks 1 through 5 in phase 1 will be day 1, strength, lower body emphasis. Day 2, aerobic and mobility emphasis. Day 3, strength, upper and full body emphasis. And day 4, tempo runs and technique focus. Exercise plan for day 1, lower body strength, is back squat, 4 sets, 6 reps, 2 to 3 minutes. The RDLs, 3 sets of 8 reps, 2 minutes of rest. Split squat, 3 sets, 10 reps per leg with 1.5 to 2 minutes rest. Hip thrust for 4 sets of 8 with 2 minutes of rest. And then a core plank, 3 sets of 45 seconds, alternating between sides. These will be performed at a percentage of our 1 rep max. For back squats, we'll do 60 to 70% 1 rep max. RDLs will be 55 to 65% 1 rep max. Split squat will be 40 to 55%, and hip thrust will be 60 to 70% of your 1 rep max, of her 1 rep max. Day 2 is our aerobic base plus our mobility. We will do tempo runs. We will do 8 times 100 meters at 70% of our speed, VO2 max speed. Rest for 45 seconds between. A mobility circuit of 15 minutes, and light ball handling skills. I left these kind of vague because they will change weekly depending on the needs of the student, of the athlete. Day 3 is upper/full body strength. We have bench press, 4 sets of 6, a bent over row for 4 sets of 8, push press for 3 sets of 6, pull-ups, 3 sets of max that we can do, and a core rotation with the cable, and 3 sets of 12 reps. These will be performed at the bench press at 55 to 70% of 1 rep max, the bent over row 60 to 70% of 1 rep max, and the push press 50 to 60% of 1 rep max, all depending on where the athlete currently is at. Day 4, technique and conditioning. So we're focusing on change of direction technique. So we will do 10 20-meter accelerations, and then changes of distance right after, consecutively after, changes of direction consecutively after that, and then 3 300-meter runs of 70 to 75% of our maximal VO2 effort. So our phase 1 progression, we have weeks 1 and 2. We have our volume foundation where we're getting used to exercising at that intensity and volume level. Week 3, we want to add 5 to 10% over onto our load. And then week 4, we're going to reduce volume by by 1 rep, approximately a small reduction in week 4. Week 5, we continue on to a slight deload and performance testing, which would be our Illinois test and our counter movement jump. Phase 2 conversions, this will be 6 through 10. We want to convert strength over to power and speed. So we're going to focus more kind of like Olympic lifts, sprinting, and change of direction. Moderate volume with a higher intensity. Weekly structure will be 4 to 5 training days. Day 1, power and strength. Day 2, speed and conditioning. Day 3, strength, total body. Day 4, plyometrics and change of direction. And we have an optional day 5, which is just technical field conditioning. So for day 1, power and strength, we're going to have power cleans, 5 sets of 3 reps, rest of 2 to 3 minutes between. We want to have front squat, 4 sets of 4 reps, 2 to 3 minutes of rest again. Box jumps with 4 sets of 5 reps with 1 to 2 minutes of rest between, and Nordic hamstring lifts with 3 sets of 5 reps, and you have 2 minutes of rest between those sets. They will be done at your power clean will be done at 60 to 75% of your 1 rep max. The front squat will be done at 75 to 85% of the 1 rep max. And obviously our box jumps are body weight. Day 2 is our sprint training. We want to do flying sprints by 10 seconds for 6 reps. We want to have 3 sets of 40-meter accelerations and 4 sets of 200-meter conditioning at 80% of the athlete's VO2 maximum. Day 3 is our max strength. We have our deadlift, 5 sets of 3 reps, bench press, 4 sets of 4 reps, weighted step-ups, 3 sets for 6 reps with each leg. We have pull-ups, 3 sets by 6 reps, and our pull-off press, 3 sets of 12 reps. These will be done. The deadlift will be at 80 to 90% of our 1 rep max. Bench press will be done at 75 to 85% of our 1 rep max, and the weighted step-ups will be done at 50 to 65% of our 1 rep max. Day 4 is plyometrics and change of direction. We have lateral bounds, 3 by 8 per each side. Agility ladders, this is normally going to be more of a warm-up. Our Illinois agility test to get the athlete used to it, familiarized with it, and understand the importance and its link to their sport. And change of direction sprints, 5 by 20 to 30 meters, and this will be done with a whistle or a beep. Phase 2 progression, we have weeks 6 through 7 at a moderate volume and refining our technique. Weeks 8 and 9, we start to reach more peak intensity with our heaviest loads and fastest sprints. And week 10, we have a slight taper, our yo-yo test, and our Illinois test. For phase 3 is our maintenance phase, which is weeks 11 through 15. We maintain strength, maximize freshness, and effectiveness. So we want to stay game ready, lower volume, high quality work, power preservation. Our weekly structure will be 3 to 4 training days. We have day 1 with a total body strength, low volume. Day 2, speed and plyometric tune-up. Day 3, conditioning and tactical movement. And we have an optional day 4, which is recovery, light skills, active recovery day. For day 1, our strength maintenance, we'll do a back squat, 3 sets of 3 to 4 reps with a 2 to 3 minute rest. Our deadlift will have 2 sets of 3 reps with 2 to 3 minute rest. Our dumbbell bench will have 3 sets of 6 reps for 2 minutes. And our push-ups will have 2 sets of 6 reps, pretty much with no rest between, 30 seconds minimal. So our 1 rep max percentages, we will do our back squat of 70 to 80% of our 1 rep max, deadlift of 70 to 80, and our dumbbell bench will be 60 to 70% of our 1 rep max. Day 2 is power and speed. We're going to do boundings of 3 by 20 meters. We're going to do flying sprints for 10 seconds by 4 sets, and 20 to 30 meter sprints by 3 sets, as well as the counter movement jump test. Small side, so for day 3, we're going to do conditioning and tactical work. So small side games within your team, or we can do fartlek training is another option. We want to have 6 by 150 meter intervals at 90% of our match pace. So we're just wanting to stay at match pace right here. And we're going to focus on core and flexibility work for a decreased chance of injury. So our progressions in phase 3, we have weeks 11 through 13, maintain strength, power, and moderate conditioning. Weeks 14, reduce strength volume, increase speed quality, and our final testing with our yo-yo, CMJ, and agility. So our 1 rep max progressions through each phase, we can see is our preparatory 1 through 5, our strength lifts are 60 to 75%, our power lifts are 40 to 60, and our accessory lifts are 40 to 65%. In our conversion phase, we increase to 75 to 90% of our strength lifts. Our power lifts are at 30 to 75 now, and our accessory lifts go from 50 to 65. Lastly, in our maintenance phase, we round off our strength lifts at 60 to 80%, our power lifts are at 30 to 60, and our accessory lifts stay at 40 to 60 as well. Our final testing, again, we have our yo-yo, Illinois agility, and our counter movement jump. And in summary, we have a 15-week structured program designed to improve power, strength, and game readiness with progressive phases. Focus on aerobic capacity, repeated sprint ability, strength, power, and change of direction efficiency. Testing to provide qualitative results, and it's specified to a soccer midfielder. This has been my final presentation. Thank you for listening.